Good morning. It's me, Empress Fraser, giving thanks for life. This morning coming to you with, you know, my observation. I just went and visit somebody, and in that visitation, I observe, as I walk along the pathway to get to the person's home, I observe that I observe a particular area where they actually slaughter animals, because I'm not sure what animals they slaughter, but I think when I looked at the fragment on the ground, I could have noticed it was the pig's fur or whatever you want to call that, or hair or whatever. Now, right away, I must say, I must say, it touched me because looking at all these ropes that were hanging there and all the pots and the different mechanism which is used or apparatus which is used to actually slaughter that particular animal, it have me thinking and wondering, are we human beings really and truly so lost? Which I know we are, but just it's like every day an awakening come to me, and I am just amazed at how we as the highest species have brought ourselves, well, not ourselves too, others are playing a part of bringing us to our lower self, and yet we cannot see and we cannot understand the science that is going on around us on a psychological level. You know, don't you ever think as a human being, when you have killed and consumed a animal, that it is okay? It is not okay. You have to pay for that at some point. You check it, and at the end of the day, when we go and we slaughter and kill and eat these animals, we get our reward. This is the universe in action again. It's a cycle. You get what you give. Don't you ever think for 1 minute that act, that you have performed there is going to go unnoticed. It is observed, it is already within the universe, even when you even think about it, you have already created that act within the universe, and the universe will serve you again. I looked at that and it touched my heart, I want to say. And it is so I want to say, it is so painful. It is so painful, just thinking that somebody can actually kill another animal and actually consume it. So do we really seriously think when we take a life, ours are safe? Our grandchildren or children lives are safe? Huh? Do you really think that? Do we really understand and meditate upon our sufferings? Why most of us are so sick at this time, especially our elders, who have been in this practice for a very long time. Do we really understand and meditate upon that? No. We continue to slaughter the animals, and we continue to eat them, and according to you all, eat them you die, don't eat them you still die, whatever nonsense that is, totally no brainer, but I mean, don't you think for a minute that this is going to go unrepayable? Somebody have to pay for this act which you have, commit. So don't you think that when you take another's life, that yours is secure? It is not. You're going to suffer, and you're going to suffer great suffer. you know, as I can see within the community, as I go around, you know, the many, the many persons that are suffering, from the various things that they eat, especially the diet, what they're consuming, which is causing them to, to accumulate some sort of disease, and yet again they do not understand, and they continue, they continue in the vicious act and cycle, not knowing and understanding. And even when someone comes to say it to them, point it out to them, they take it personally. Well, I want to say, today I want to say that we need to be very careful of what we are doing as human beings. How can I bring harm to another animal, that strives for the very life, for his life, as I strive for mine on this planet? Why do we not eat human beings? Huh? Why do we not eat human beings? We should try that, shouldn't we? We're eating everything, huh? Anyways, I just want to remind, all of us that whatever you do on this planet, especially to another, by your hands, especially killing of another, wow, you have to pay for that. You understand? There's no doubt about that. And I really and truly understand in depth now the suffering of many of us at this time. You understand? Yeah, it's a spiritual thing that we won't understand. We continue to eat the animals, we continue to kill them and slaughter them. Why did my spirit feel that way when I saw that whole thing there? Because I'm not a part of it, because I've now stepped up on a higher level where I'm connecting with the universe, and I understand quite well what is going on, with us, feeding our lower selves. We need to stop feeding our lower selves. This is a low vibration. When you're going to kill another animal or human being or whatever the case may be, you are feeding your lower self. Let's rise to our higher self and look at the other animals and recognize, the purpose that they're here for, and recognize our purpose as well, because we are all here for a purpose. When in the Bible where it say that God has given us dominion over the animals, it's not for us to kill and to eat them, you understand? But yet we do that because it's a custom within our tradition. No, we need to be careful with those traditions. Yeah, we need to be very careful with our traditions, which causes us to dive deeper into destruction, which causes us to, instead of us soaring high, we remain stagnant and suffer. I want to give thanks. I want to give thanks for tapping in to my higher self and recognizing, the whole understanding on a spiritual level. I connect with the animals so much you won't believe it. How can I go and cause the suffering of another animal, and enjoy eating it and sad. Indeed it is. It is very sad, that we enjoy the suffering of animals, yet we say we love. If we love, we're supposed to love all. The animals are placed there to be loved. Just love them. Just try to love them, and you will see how they bring you to your higher self too. They can do that, They can do that. Not because they cannot speak to us, and they're speaking. You need to be paying attention, you know. If you understand body language, you'll understand them in what they're doing and saying to you. But you see, we're not paying attention. So we continue causing suffering to the animals and to ourselves as well. Bringing ourselves to keeping ourselves to that low state which we are in, you know. And I'm very sorry again for those of us who do not understand this journey, you know, or this universe in the cycle of life, you know. You get what you give, so ensure that you're giving the right things within the universe, saying, giving, you know, the whole works. Ensure that you're giving what you would love others to give to you. Give thanks, you know, Empress Fraser. Peace, love, you know. I wish that we could recognize, you know, our wrongdoings and correct ourselves. You know, I'm about that, you know. I'm not perfect, but willing to correct myself at any time, you know. Yeah, give thanks for my higher self again.